Good evening, everybody, to the second community meeting. And we are looking at Broadus Wood Elementary School Naming Review Community Meeting number 2. And we are going to be going over some survey results and discussing future plans for this process. And we are welcomed here by the committee. Jasmine Fernandez as well from central office, and Mrs. Amy Morris, principal at Broadus Wood. So again, welcome everybody, and let's get right into it. So again, welcome. This is the second community meeting. We will actually hear from 2 community members, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started, first of all, by looking at some current status of where we are and what we're going to be doing. To kind of start that process, just to remind everybody that the county does have a webpage dedicated to the name review process. And I would like to go there really quick and show you a few things of what to expect once you get there and what to look for as well. So I'm going to come back over here to the district home. And if you go to our division, and on the right-hand side, you will see the school naming review, and you click on that. And that's going to take you to the entire process for the county, looking at the values and mission and everything else that goes along with the naming review process. And if you click here, school names under review, you're then going to see the schools that have already went through the process. And here is Broadus Wood currently in process. So if you click on that, that's going to take you to some information of who the committee members are, news releases, survey results from the first one back in October, and then the second one ending on November 18th. And then the very first community meeting was also recorded and put on there too. So we do encourage you to look at that as a refresher and also to get news on what's happening with everything. So let's talk a little bit about what happened with survey number 2. So survey number 2 focused in on looking at possible names and looking at suggested names, including Broadus Wood as a name for the school. So some highlights from the community survey number 2. The survey actually took place from October 28th through November 18th. It solicited name recommendations. It allowed participants to nominate the existing school name. There was an electronic survey that received 171 responses. Students were also given an opportunity to participate in class, and just about every student participated in that, and that was pretty cool to see. The responses have been included with the online survey results. So let's look at the most popular, and looking at those, Broadus Wood came in as the most popular one. Earlysville, Buck Mountain, Rivanna or Rivanna River Elementary School, Rainbow Elementary School, and then Bobcat Elementary School. So of all the votes through the survey, this is basically the order that they came in as the most popular for that. Quick update on the students. We mentioned that the students participated, and just about all the students did participate in that. A lot of great feedback coming from the students. And basically what took place was a discussion of then and now, what school was like back then at Broadus Wood, what's it like now, what are the differences as well. Then we start looking into the name of Broadus Wood and who Broadus Wood was. And from there, it led to our survey, the student survey for number 2, survey number 2. And basically we had a discussion to where each class probably listed about 10 to 15 names each, and they went ahead and discussed why. And that was really a deep dive into discussing different things that focused in on the values, the themes, or perhaps maybe even a geographic or place location as well. So a lot of variety with the student conversations, some interesting ones, some fun ones, but they were included in those survey results that ended up with the most popular that we just saw there as well. But what we're going to do is continue this conversation, and we're currently creating an all-school lesson that's going to kind of answer of who we are. And the end result would be we are Bobcats, and kind of identifying what does it mean to be a Bobcat, and what does it mean to be a member of the school. So and who we are as individuals and as a group of the Bobcats. So very excited about that with the students, and I know they are as well. In looking at some of the additional public comments that we're going to have tonight, I'm going to turn it over now to the co-chair, Katie Bro.
Thank you, Ray. So we do have 2 recordings tonight. Unfortunately, the speakers were unable to join us live. The first we are going to hear from is Miss Elizabeth Strauss, who is one of our 5th grade teachers.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Strauss. I'm sorry I'm not able to join you live. I had a prior commitment that was previously scheduled at the same time as this meeting. I live right across the county line in Ruckersville. I'm a GMU alum and actually had the opportunity to do my student teaching here at Broadus Wood with Mrs. Laham in 3rd grade. This is my 5th year teaching at Broadus Wood. 1 year was spent in 3rd and 4 years in 5th grade. I won't take up too much of your time, but I do want to share with you some of the tidbits I've heard my 5th graders say in regards to our name review. When asked, what do you think our community should know about our school name? This is how they responded. He gave up the land. He never sold it. I think the name for the school should stay. I like it. I want to keep the name the school is named after the person who gave up the land. Its name is a symbol of bravery and perseverance. It's been the name for about 85 years now and still running. It's a good school. I like the school name, and I think we should keep the name for the guy who made it so we could have the school here. And it's a good school. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
So not only thanks to Ms. Strauss for her comment, but also to Ms. Strauss's 5th grade class for their input as well. Next, we will be hearing from a former Broadus Wood student, Ben Tiller. He was with us from kindergarten through 5th grade and is currently in middle school.
Hello, my name is Ben Teller, and I graduated from Broadus Wood Elementary School in June 2021. I attended Broadus Wood from kindergarten to 5th grade and made many friends at the school. I'm now going to Jack Jewett Middle School and I'm in the 6th grade. I have heard that the school board is thinking about changing the name of the school, and I do not want the school to change its name. In 1905, Broadus Wood donated the land and money to help build the school. He was a real person. We should honor him by keeping the name of the school. He would not be happy to know that the school that he built no longer is named after him. And the story of Broadus Wood is a story that all the people will want to hear when they come and visit the school. It's a story the young students will want to hear. It is a story of the school's history. I think people and events in history should be remembered. I think if we change the name of Broadus Wood Elementary, people will forget about Broadus Wood and what he did for our community. Let's continue to honor people for the good things they did rather than focusing on 1 or 2 bad things. Changing the name of such an important place is almost like changing the name of a hamburger to meat patty between 2 whole wheat bun sandwich. When my family and I go on vacation, my mom points out different landmarks and statues. I get curious about their names and use the internet to find out more. I know about Florence Martis, better known as the Waving Girl, because of a statue in Savannah, Georgia, and Roger Williams, because of a national memorial in Providence, Rhode Island. I saw the landmark and did research. I want younger kids to do the same thing about Broadus Wood, so please vote to not change the name of this school. Broadus Wood should be remembered and not forgotten. Sincerely, Bento.
So again, we thank Miss Strauss as well as Ben Tiller for putting those videos together and speaking of their thoughts and so on. So we appreciate that. And now what we'll do is kind of look into the next steps and where we go from here. So the committee will be meeting soon and discussing and looking at all the names recommended and coming up with a top list. And from there, we're going to create a new survey that will be circulated in January. So those will be the next steps. And with that, now we're going to go ahead and hear from Principal Mrs. Amy Morris.
I want to thank everybody for being here tonight and for being part of this process. And also want to thank Ms. Strauss and Ben for their contributions as well. Thanks so much and have a good evening.